Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels, and welcome to a decidedly not stupid o'clock. Hey, take a look. Check it out. Clean. I know, right? That's why I'm a little bit later this afternoon than usual, and I'm literally spilling tea on my jeans. I have been cleaning the space, reclaiming my living room and everything, hopefully to prevent another meltdown and calm me down so I can make sales. But anyways, not the point. I'm babbling. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, folks. But before we do, a few disclaimers. First off, you are going to see the link to this monstrosity and joke of a report right there in the description, as well as the other pertinent Stop the Shock campaign links. Autistic Hoya's massive archive, where this channel receives a majority of its information, which she has compiled as a source after digging and grabbing all the information. Huge shout out to her, Miss Lydia Brown. Thank you. Also, folks, you're going to see the templates, love of God. Sign your name. Click on your senator. If you want to see updates and other ways you can help us, please go to the ASAN main website. Just look it up on Google. Autistic Advocacy Network. Okay? Alright, we're good. Alright, so moving on. Also, the change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. The change.org Get the FDA to Appeal petition has succeeded, folks. Let's get the one to shut this place down to be the next one that succeeds. Now, when we are talking about the JRC, you're going to see surveillance video clips of, and you are also going to hear vivid descriptions of, people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you have young children present, please, folks, go ahead and use your headphones. Also, I am probably not likely to babble. But considering I just came off a meltdown as of literally yesterday, and we don't get it over it in just a day, folks. If I start going off on a rant, my apologies to you all in advance. You don't like explicitives, I'm going to be honest. When I'm reading about the JRC, maybe seek some of my other videos, alright? Okay. So now we're going to review the meeting minutes of June the 21st, 2011, which we were talking about this yesterday. This is about their so-called safety committee. Them having a safety committee is just as much as an oxymoron as them having a human rights committee. But go off, Judge Rotenberg Center. Psychotic Karens on power trips on crack, having drunk some Jim Jones Kool-Aid. I don't even know. The committee met on June the 21st, 2011, and reviewed injuries for the period of June the 14th, 2011 and June 21st, 2011. Oh God, what's this dumpster fire gonna be? Let's find out. There were 13 injuries during this period. And I'm supposed to trust their word about that, because they've been so trustworthy before, especially since the whole reason why you were brought into this was because their creator and CEO actually committed perjury. Well, let's see. He's committed perjury. He was caught trying to destroy evidence. The list goes on for Matthew Israel, but we'll digress here. The committee reviewed DVR footage for 5 of these injuries and injury reports for 3 of these injuries. Injury reports were not available for 2 injuries. I wonder why. I'd be real interested to find out what they're leaving out, considering what they leave in. I wonder what they would consider even risky. And by the way, 13 injuries, my ass. On 45 milliamps? Please. For the injuries reviewed, the committee determined that one was due to staff error for failing to wear available safety equipment. Oh my god, with the safety equipment again. Could somebody explain this to me? How is it that a staff not wearing safety equipment will somehow damage the consumer? That's what we call them in Missouri. Not clients, but consumers. I'm sorry, it's still stuck in my head. How does that cause us injury because you aren't wearing safety equipment to protect yourself? Could somebody explain to me this logic? For 4 of the 13 injuries reported during this period, staff felt that the more staff or higher staff ratios were needed to prevent this type of injury from occurring again. Again, let me state, how does this stop from injury happening to the person with a disability? It doesn't. It protects the staff abusing the person with a disability. What is this nonsense, Judge? Oh no, we must be protected from the person who is completely immobile and restrained. Make it make sense. In order to increase awareness about safety, the committee includes an injury chart and safety reminder in the weekly news and notes sent to staff. The Director of Human Resources, Robert Duquette, and the then Assistant Executive Director, Glenda Crooks, issued safety memos to all staff. Good God. These people are on crack. Meeting minutes, August 9th, 2011. The committee met on August 9th, 2011 and reviewed injuries for the period of June 24, 2011 to August 9th, 2011. There were 68 injuries during this period. The committee reviewed DVR footage for 13 of these injuries and injured reports for 11. Injury reports were not available for 2 injuries. The committee determined that 7 of the 13 injuries reviewed were due in part to staff error, including poor communication, utilizing other types of restraints, failing to use safety equipment, and poor body positioning. Or, because they work for this place. The committee considered providing additional safety equipment for residents, changes in bedroom arrangements, changes to staffing levels, and making safety equipment mandatory for staff working in small conference rooms as further corrective actions. What is this garbage? We need more staff to make it more safe. For a person who is completely immobile. The staff needs to wear more protective gear. That will stop it. How? I can't with these people. I just. And changing their rooms? Really, playing musical rooms. How are they even able to get these people to be convinced they're experts? For 8 of the 68 injuries, staff reported that the additional staff and/or staff willingness to help during a crisis could have prevented the injury from occurring. Oh, for the love of God. Really? Really? Because I have a solution too. Leave the kid the fuck alone, you sick fucks. That would solve it. I'm pretty sure. You don't threaten us, we don't threaten you. It's a real simple rule. Goes back to way back in the day. It's called the Golden Rule. Treat others as you would have yourself be treated. It's not that fucking hard, and guess what? People with disabilities understand it, whether you think we do or not. In order to increase awareness about safety, the committee included an injury chart and safety reminder in the weekly news and notes to staff and safety members issued to the Director of Human Resources, Assistant Executive Director. Okay, so more meeting minutes. Okay, I have a question. I have this question. Because I'm going to skip the notes when I do the next videos, and I'm going to tell you why. Explain to me what the fuck reviewing injuries from 2011 has to do with what the fuck happened on August the 26th, 2007. And what any of these notes have anything to do with preventing a situation like that from happening again. Why are these included in the report? What the fuck? My God, no wonder you're retired, Judge. No wonder this thing is so freaking long. More meeting minutes. Because all of this shit is in here that has literally nothing to do with the incident at hand. There is a lot of apologetics and a lot of useless information. And God, I know this is the writer coming out of me. I know it's the columnist in me. But for the love of God, this is just sloppy writing. It's god awful. It is god awful. This is like Judge Nichols level awful. It might just be more awful. God, I hope I never see the two side by side. I don't even know what to tell you for that one. I know this makes this short, folks, but I do have another video following this on a little bit of a different topic that came to me earlier today from the autistic community. That concludes my thoughts, folks. We are literally going through minutes of this judge rehashing absolutely useless garbage at us. All these minutes actually really tell us is that the Judge Rotenberg Center does these absolutely nonsensical, pointless extra steps that will do absolutely fucking nothing in order to reduce incidents where their students are getting injured. Again, how does staff wearing more safety equipment protect that person who is strapped and helpless on a board or to a chair? How is having more staff there going to? And Judge, you can sit there and call it a crisis event all the fuck you want to. But when it is the kid, the student, the young adult that is prone on a fucking board or strapped in a restraint chair. How the fuck is that a crisis? At that point, that kid has no fucking power. Why the hell would more safety equipment for the staff prevent that student from getting injuries? This is what I mean about the nonsensical crap this judge includes in here. And on those thoughts, and feeling quite bewildered about what the fuck I just read, I'm going to go ahead and close out for this particular video. Now, as always, we don't get very many views on this channel, especially for this subject. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time, so folks, please don't forget to hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments. Feed that algorithm. I do appreciate your time this afternoon. And as always, folks, we here at Smell and Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.